What's up, y'all? It's Human Cargo here. Figured I might do. It's a kind of chilly evening in Houston. Look at that sunset now. I don't know if you can see it because everything's bright because there's a million fucking buildings and lights fucking it up. But anyways, last night was the lunar eclipse, and I don't know. I figured I haven't done a real shit that's happened to me in a while, so I figured this one would be, a couple of stories mashed together. Actually, it was like a procession of crack-related bullshit. So there is I think I was riding out of Toledo, and I believe it was Toledo. Yeah, that was the time I rode out of Toledo. So I'm riding out of Toledo, and it had just gotten really rainy and all kinds of fucked. So I was like, you know what, we slowed down through downtown Cleveland. And I was like, I'm just going to get off in Cleveland. I haven't been to Cleveland in a while, just see what's shaking, And that's nothing you should ever do. If, you see Cleveland, you just keep going. Just keep going. There's no reason to stop in Cleveland. But basically, Collinwood Yard is way out in East Cleveland, and there's no reason to be in East Cleveland. Literally zero reason to be in East Cleveland. But I've been through East Cleveland a few times. I've started to develop my love-hate relationship with East Cleveland. So I was there, and I don't know what it is about Cleveland, but every time I get off the train in Cleveland, I find weed just on the floor, bags of weed. And I don't know if there's just a huge thing where people are mailing weed to Cleveland like it's going out of style or something like that, but I just always find weed on the ground in Cleveland. So I'm walking and I'm getting closer to the Collinwood Yard, and I'm like, you know what, I need to take a fucking break. I'm exhausted from walking. I see a squat house, I'm like, let me go inside there and smoke this blunt that I rolled up. And I get into the house and I close the door behind me, and I'm sitting down, and I'm getting ready. I flicked the lighter a couple times, I remember, because the lighter was a little wet from the rain. So I had to click it a couple times to get it to go. And it went, and I fucking lit the blunt, and I took a couple puffs over it, and I just hear from the corner of the squat house, "Hey, yo, nigga." And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? What the shit? The blackest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Black as night. Dude, I literally couldn't see him in there. He was just in the corner, and he was like, "You smoking a blunt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you want to take a hit?" He was like, "Nah, nigga, I only smoke crack. Come here, take a hit." And I'm like, man, I'm not smoking crack today. It's just not the day for crack, bro. I'm just not in the mood. And he's like, all right, that's cool, you don't want to be near that door right now. And I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, just slide yourself a little bit away from the door, trust me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He said, nigga, move away from the motherfucking door. And I'm like, alright, dude, fine. And so I moved a little bit away from the door, and he was like, yeah, and in about fucking 20 minutes, you're gonna want to lay the fuck down. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Lo and behold, 20 fucking minutes later, all you can hear and feel through the fucking doors. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? And he was like, yo, that's the police. They come by around this time every motherfucking day and shoot up all the houses. I'm like, why? And he's like, I don't know. Fuck if I know. They just do it every motherfucking day. And I was like, that's craziness. And he's like, yeah, so you want to hit this crack? And I was like, honestly, dude, yes. Give me the fucking pipe. What the fuck, dude? He's like, yeah, now you get it, boy. This is East Cleveland, motherfucker. And so, and that crescendoed into Albany, New York, which is when I was walking down the street, and this lady's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, just heading to my squat house. Like, what the fuck you mean, what am I doing? And she's like, well, you want to come over and hang out? I see you got a dog. I got all kinds of animals in my house. And I was like, what you mean all kinds of animals? And she's like, it's like a zoo in that motherfucker. I got parrots. I got, like, fucking birds of all kinds. I got, like, little ferrets, rats, all kinds of motherfuckers. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, I guess I'll check it out. And so I go into her house, and she loads up the fucking crack pipe, and there's just a bunch of crackheads in the living room, and I'm like, where's the zoo? And she goes, you in the zoo, baby? And I was like, ah, shit, you motherfuckers got me again. I can't believe this motherfucking shit. And she was like, play us a song, because I had my guitar, and I was like, oh my God, you motherfuckers. And like, every 15 minutes, there were some hood-ass motherfuckers coming in there. And at one point, she was like, hey, you see that bedroom back there? Why don't you go hang out in that bedroom for a little bit? And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, just go hang out in that bedroom for a little bit. So I went in there, and like, lo and behold, like 5 minutes later, I hear banging on the door. And so I like open the door, and I look into the living room. And this old lady, I swear to you, she must have been like 70 years old, had a baseball bat just beating the ever-living fuck out of somebody with this baseball bat. And all the other motherfucking crackheads are kicking the shit out of this dude. And they're beating the fuck out of him. And like, they see me like peeking out of the door. And they're like, get back in that motherfucking room. And I'm like, oh shit, all right, I'm sorry. And they were like, no, it's all good. We just didn't want you to see that shit with your baby eyes. I'm like, I ain't got baby eyes. I ain't no little bitch. But I don't know what prompted this real shit that's happened to me, but I felt like sharing this, and maybe y'all would appreciate it. Because I've been through the fucking ringer out here, motherfucker. For real. Ay, real shit that's happened to me.